The government knows that it's not going to rush into any of it. Look at these pictures. These are the pictures that are making Pakistan extremely nervous. Wing Commander Praful Bakshi is on the broadcast with us. Thank you for joining us. Wing Commander, what we're seeing is multiple meetings taking place at the Prime Minister's residence. In the latest, even as we speak, Air Chief Marshal AP Singh is in a meeting with the Prime Minister. What does this indicate?
You see, the final briefing which is going on, the final points, you see, have to be spelled out. The national objective of the war has to be spelled out to the Air Force so that the Air Force can then decide as to which are the tactical and which are the strategic targets. So the tactical targets will be the responsibility of the Air Force. But when it comes to strategic target, then there is a joint decision taken. And then, when the overall view is given to the Air Force commander, then Air Force commander knows that what sort of engagement he expects. So along that will give him a big guidance to how to position his forces, or what sort of a thing to expect, what are his shortcomings, what does he require immediately. Like yesterday, the defense minister was already talking about replenishing the strength of the aircraft, etc. So many things. So all these things will be clarified when the Prime Minister spells out the main objective of the engagement with our neighbors.
Okay, all right. Wing Commander, thank you for joining us. We have Pradeep Datta also on the broadcast with us. And Pradeep, just to put things in context on the multiple meetings that the Prime Minister has chaired over the last few days, suffice to say that this has sent Pakistan extremely nervous. It has made it extremely nervous because on one hand in Pakistan, there are questions being raised on the leadership. Where is the Prime Minister? Where is the Army Chief? And on the other side are these pictures where the Prime Minister is seen holding multiple meetings.
Yes, you're absolutely right. In fact, during the last few days, there had been multiple meetings. We saw there was a CCS meeting, then there was a CCPA meeting, and also there was a war room meeting in which Tri-Service Chief represent. And since then, we have seen that he's individually meeting each and every person. He has met first the General Upendra Trivedi. Yesterday, he met even Naval Chief also, and today he's meeting Air Chief Marshal AP Singh. And during this meeting, they are going to discuss about preparedness. You rightly said that this has already sent shivers down the spine, because reason being that even without firing single bullet, we have seen that there is total mobilization going on from the other side. Pakistan is completely nervous, rattled, and the kind of the statement that is coming from their side clearly indicates that they know that something really is going to happen. There's going to be a strong retribution with great enormity, and because of this, Pakistan is worried about the situation there on the ground, because they know one thing, because he is the man, Prime Minister Modi. Whatever he says, he is going to do that, because he has done it in the past. He's going to do it this time also, because already he had made a very strong assertion, mitti mein mila denge, because it will not only be the terror-related operating on the Indian soil, but they will go for the fountainhead, and everybody knows fountainhead is lying in Pakistan. Unless and until they are not going to decimate and demolish that fountainhead, these terror-related activities are not going to end, because this time they want once for all, they want to sort out things. That's why right now the meeting that's going on, where he's going to tell his objective to the Air Chief Marshal, and Air Chief Marshal is also going to tell him about kind of a preparedness they have made. And troops' morale is quite high. It's unlike Pakistan, where the morale of the troop is very low. Reason is obvious, because Asim Munir, who is the Chief of Army Staff, he's the leader, he's the commander, who should have been with the soldiers right now on the ground, but he's totally missing from the scene. He's not there on the ground, but he seems to have gone underground. Now even people have started asking, the journalists here, they are asking questions that where is Shahbaz Sharif, because he's the Prime Minister of the country, supposed to be there with the people. Instead of 1-2 statement, no, nothing is being heard from his side. He's not seen anywhere. So that's what the journalists are asking question, and I think the Pakistan is rattled. But one thing is clear, that whatever statement these netas are giving right now, this is at behest of Rawalpindi headquarters, because the script is coming from that side, because they do not have any kind of a freedom, though it's a sham democracy. Everybody knows about that. But one thing is clear, that Pakistan is worried, rattled. Already we have seen that if you look at their resources also, artillery, because that can only sustain for about 4 days. That is the report clearly indicates, because most of the artillery and the ammunition they had already given to Ukraine, because they wanted to earn more dollars to just revive their economy that's already in tatters. And without artillery, it will not be possible, because artillery is something, it's a firepower that can not only decimate enemy, but it can decide the discourse of war also, as we have seen. It has been exemplified during the Kargil war. It is not only used for the offensive purpose, but also for defensive purpose. When Bofors was used during Kargil, it provided cover fire to the soldiers. It was because of that reason that they were able to climb that hill, and finally they were able to flush out Pakistani soldiers who were entering deep inside the bunkers. And this time also, if you don't have the artillery fire, it artillery guns are nothing but the toys in
Yes.
your hands, and it's not really going to work for 96 hours if you can sustain. I think
Yes.
with India, 96 hours is nothing because India is well prepared,
Yes.
because India can do anything. Not a single shot fired. Neither India
Yes.
said that we are going
But
to start
India
war.
is also aware that it is not going to be dragged into it all of a sudden, and it's going to be well planned, and it's going to be a long-term solution this time around. Pradeep, thank you for joining us with those details.